Lucas had always lived in the shadow of his own fear. From his earliest days in the classroom, the simple act of speaking out loud felt insurmountable. Each time the teacher's gaze settled on him, his hands would tremble uncontrollably, his voice would falter to a wavering whisper, and he would drop his eyes to the floor, wishing for nothing more than to disappear. As he grew older, the fear did not fade. Instead, it grew with him, becoming a silent companion that colored every interaction, every opportunity, every dream. Adulthood brought new challenges and new hopes. Lucas landed a sales job, believing he could finally outgrow the fear that had held him captive. But reality was cruel. When it came time to present the product to customers, his old anxieties seized him. The words caught in his throat, his mind went blank, and the meetings ended in awkward silence. Within a month, his employer let him go, citing his inability to communicate. Lucas was consumed by humiliation. The looks of pity from friends and family felt unbearable, and so, with a heavy heart, he packed his bags and boarded a late-night bus, hoping distance would offer him some relief from the shame. On that quiet, moonlit journey, Lucas met an old man known as the Master of Words. The man's eyes sparkled with wisdom, and his presence radiated calm. Lucas found himself sharing his story, his lifelong struggle with fear, his recent failure, and the crushing sense of defeat. The old man listened intently, never interrupting, and when Lucas finished, he smiled gently. "You can learn to speak, my boy," the master said, "but first, you must dare to face other people." With that, the master offered 3 simple yet daunting challenges. First, Lucas was to start a conversation with 5 strangers in a single day. Second, he would read a story aloud to a group of children in the village. Third, he must present an idea in front of 10 adults. The very thought of these tasks made Lucas's palms sweat, but something in the old man's calm assurance gave him the courage to try. On the first day, Lucas forced himself to approach strangers. His words stumbled at first, but he pushed through. And each interaction grew a little easier. He discovered that most people responded with kindness, not judgment. The next challenge was to read aloud to children. The group gathered in a small, sunlit room, their eyes wide with expectation. Lucas's heart pounded as he began. But as the story unfolded, the children listened eagerly, laughing and asking questions. Their enthusiasm encouraged him. For the first time, he felt the joy of connecting with others through words. The final challenge loomed, presenting an idea to 10 adults. Lucas prepared carefully, practicing until the words felt natural. When the moment arrived, he stood before the group, his voice steady, his gaze meeting theirs. He spoke with conviction, and when he finished, there was a moment of silence, followed by applause. The old master smiled warmly. "Fear never truly disappears," he said, "but you've learned to walk right through it. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's built, step by step, every single day." Years passed, and Lucas's journey transformed him. The boy who once trembled at the sound of his own voice became a man who inspired others to find their own. He traveled far and wide as a motivational speaker, sharing his story with thousands. Wherever he went, he reminded people that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to face it, one small step at a time. And in doing so, Lucas helped countless others discover the strength of the voice they'd always had within themselves.